Is it clear? Is it clear now?
Yes, it
It's
is.
clear now?
Yes.
All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Willz, your host for this evening. I'm here to host second day of Career and Love Affair Conference with our personality for the night, who is Madam Joyce Sackitey. I hear Domi, if I'm correct. Sorry for the mistake anyway. So this evening, she's here to talk about, we are going to learn about how choosing the right partner matters in your career progression. So today we're to learn how choosing your right partner matters in your career progression. And this event is supported by Belaqua, Mineral Water, Realtalk with Sandra, AJ Media, Blaqsheep Media, and HitzAfrik. So everyone, you're welcome wanting to this evening's presentation for day two. So, Joyce, if you are there, can you say hi and introduce yourself once again to our audience?
Okay. Hi, everyone. It's exciting to be here this evening. I look forward to sharing some of the tricks and tips that I know in choosing a partner that will support your career. And I'm looking forward to an interactive session actually with everyone. And I hope that we shall learn together today. Thank you so much, Citylife, and all the partners for hosting me tonight.
Thank you too for agreeing to be part of this awesome conference, which is the Career Love Conference. So, since we are about starting, so first of all, the floor is going to be yours to handle your date matters. That's what you have for us, the tricks we can all learn to in order to make it. So that we can also choose our rightful partners to help progress our careers in life. So I'll leave the floor open to you now to now begin your presentation so that we can all
Okay.
stay back and listen to what you have to offer. So everyone, please pay attention to what she has to offer to us. So Madam Joyce, please, the floor is yours.
Okay. Please, are you able to share my presentation now?
Yeah, you can share the presentation yourself.
Okay.
Or you want me to?
It's unable to share from my end for whatever reason.
Oh, because she has allowed it to be able to share
Yes,
now.
she has.
I
Yes,
tried,
but
I tried,
still.
yes. Oh,
So I don't
okay.
know if you could help
Mackenzie,
me.
if you can share it. Mackenzie,
Guys,
All right. So as we wait for Marquez,
can you share the document?
I have it on my phone. I don't have it on the laptop. I don't know how well I can do it. So can I forward it to you, AJ? Or because you're also using your phone.
okay. All right. So as we wait for those hitches, I just want to ask, and please, participants, we can use the chat box to make this exciting. I really like it to be interactive. So I just want to ask, what comes in pairs? Can someone just, or those who can hear me, please write in the chat box, what are the things that you know that comes in pairs? So I'm looking at the chat box. I don't see anything now. All right, so I see shoes.
What was the question again, please?
Anyone? So what comes in pairs? What are some of the things that come in pairs? All right, so someone says contact
Oh,
lenses. All right, I see slippers. Okay, any more? And AJ, I'm doing this and waiting for you to share the slides.
oh, I don't have the document, so this Markezia sent.
Okay, all right. So, okay, so I see shoes. Beyonce and Jay-Z. Okay. All right. So basically, good. We all know what a power couple, okay, would have. And so in choosing our career, usually some of us would make a conscious effort, right, to choose what our career will be. I want to ask, when you're choosing a life partner, or as you think about your life partner, do you think about the same things that you will think about when you're thinking of a life partner? Now, I want to ask, who is a partner? Sheryl Sandberg says that the most important career decision you will make is who your life partner is. And Robert Kiyosaki, and I'm sure since this is about career and also about entrepreneurship and our life, I'm sure that we all know who Robert Kiyosaki is. So he says, and he's greatly known for the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, right? All right. So he says, to me, a spouse should be a life partner and a business partner. Just like any good partner, her strength must make up for my weakness and vice versa. Good. Now, when it comes to great partnership, right, in business, just like your boss or like your partner, a team, a subordinate, they affect the success or otherwise of your career. Now, I want to simply tell you some of the qualities we all look out for when you're looking for a business partner. And one, it says alignment, commitment, investment, complementary skills, knowledge or connections, and communications. So when you're looking for a business partner, and I can tell that some of you are into business. So what it means is that you are either into partnership or you are looking for partners. And when they ask you, all right, so why haven't you scaled up yet? Well, I'm waiting for a partner. What do you want for a partner? Someone that can invest into my business, right? And then, well, I have had people who had shown some interest in my business, but we are not aligned when it comes to our goals. Then some would say, well, I had a business partner who is not really committed. Then some would say, well, my partner, our skills don't really complement, isn't it? And we don't communicate well. Guess what? When it comes to a life partner, it's the same. So for instance, I mentioned alignment. So in a life partner, you are looking for an alliance. So alignment in business partner, the same qualities in a life partner is alliance. You're looking for someone who will form an alliance with you, someone who speaks the same language with you, right? Someone who understands you even when you're not speaking. Then when it comes to commitment, that is in business, in marriage, it is devotion. You want someone who is totally devoted to you and your needs and your children, your house, and your career. Good. Now, when it comes to business, you want someone who can invest into your business. And guess what? In business, it is dedication. So in a life partner, it is dedication. You want someone who is dedicated to you. You want someone who is passionate about helping you. You want someone who can see where you see. And then complementary skills, which is what we want in a business partner. In a life partner, we want harmony, isn't it? So you're looking for harmony. And by harmony, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not fighting. And I will come to that as we move along, that having a partner doesn't necessarily mean that you don't fight. But what it means is that even in the midst of chaos, there is some harmony. You know that I can fight with this person, but the person has my back. And usually if we look back in our class, because we have all gone to school, so I will use class. Maybe some of us are not working yet. In our class, what do? Usually we find someone who aligns with us and we form alliances. So the backbenchers will usually form an alliance. And when they ask them a question, they will all you know, wink at each other and say, don't answer, even when you know it, so that we are all not disgraced. And the front benchers, who are the shackles, will always be the first to answer the questions. And sometimes you see them working together, you know, but it doesn't mean that they don't fight, but there's harmony. Good. Then in a business partner, you want someone you can communicate with. And what do we do in communication? We exchange ideas. So in a life partner, you want someone you can exchange ideas with. Let me give you an example. So imagine coming to the house and your boss that day had been very upset with you about something that you have done. And you get to the house and you're talking to your wife about it, or you're talking to your husband about it. And all your husband is talking about is the next Arsenal match and the fact that Messi wants to move from where he is. What has Messi's move? I can see the comments. Good. So someone says pain. Of course, the pain you will feel that day, what happens? You will forget all your troubles in the world. Oh, all right. So irritated, uneasy, discomfort. All right. So you know what? I am. Hey, someone just said that I should put on my video because I'm using my phone at the same time. That's why. So please excuse me. So someone says pain, discomfort, pain, sorry, uneasiness, irritated, uncomfortable, of course. So let me tell you, guess what? Marrying the wrong partner is the same thing. If you marry the wrong partner, imagine every day of your life having that discomfort. I want you to just pause and remember the last time you wore a tight shoe, and remember how you felt, and tell me if you're ready to feel like that all the days of your life. So I saw someone saying never. Of course, never. You will not want to feel like that. It's so unbearable. So now the question is that a bad marriage is like a tight-fitted shoe. It affects your entire life. Why wouldn't you want to choose wisely? Right? Now, we know how it feels and we know what it takes to have a life partner. And you would have really enjoyed the presentation. I tell you, you would have seen what I'm sharing, but I guess after this, once we have the question and answer, I will get the chance to share it with you. Now, so what do we look for? With all that I've told you, what do you look for when you're looking for a life partner? So like your body, and just imagine your body right now. Your head, right, complements your neck. That is how come from your head, your neck is able to fit in perfectly, right? So from your neck, then you come to your chest. And God has created the chest such that the neck fits there. Then your arms comes in. And then you have that human body. Your legs are able to fit in perfectly. And then it complements you. Just we confuse influence with popularity. The fact that someone is popular actually doesn't mean they're influential. So let's take our minds back to school when we were in school. There were these guys who were, and sorry guys if I'm picking on you, but you see that there are guys on campus who are like the flashiest, but sometimes, okay, they have that popularity, but when it comes to influence, they are nothing, really, right? And if we cast our minds back to who they are today, you realize that most of them, we cannot even remember. We just remember them for being bad boys. And sometimes we see them going bad and we say, oh, all right. But then when they turn out well, we'll be like, hey, when we were in school, this guy, you know, when you're looking for a life partner, look for someone who has influence. And by influence, I don't mean someone who is already influential or someone who has 2,000 followers on Twitter, on Instagram, who tweets and it goes viral, who speaks and, you know, everybody is going gaga. But someone who can influence you or impact your life to a certain degree. Someone who, when they speak to you and you come back home, think about your future. Someone, when you have an assignment and they look at it, they're able to tell you, I think this is wrong. That's the kind of influence I'm talking about. And you can almost tell that what their future will be, because when you project where they are going with what they do, it is in sync with where you're going. Secondly, I said they should mirror your values. So again, not contradict your values. Then that takes me to the question, yourself, do you have a value? And the question I have there is that, will you marry you? You that you are all over there saying, I want a life partner to help me who has influence. Excuse me, have you asked yourself what your values are? So for me, one of my values is compassion. So unfortunately, there's no way I can be with someone who is so wicked. So you realize that they mirror your values, right? They are ethical. If you are ethical and the person is ethical, there's no way you are going to be corrupt. And guess what? Today we talk about corruption all over the place, but unfortunately, it stems from us. We are corrupt, our children are corrupt, their generation is corrupt, and we are passing it on. Then the next one is that they are a cheerleader. And please, constructive criticism is different from people just criticizing you. So they cheerlead you. Someone who, when you do something, or you have a day at work and you have achieved something great and you tell them, they will go like, yeah. Someone, when you are in the midst of your friends and you speak value, they give you thumbs up. Someone, when you make mistakes in public, they will come back home and tell you that, oh, I'm sorry, that you said was wrong. And that is constructive criticism. Because there are people who tend to say, oh, I'm trying to correct you and you don't want to be corrected. But in actual fact, they are bringing you down just because they do not see where you're going. The next one is someone who is responsible. And what is responsibility really? Someone who takes responsibility for their actions. They are able to apologize when they are wrong. They are able to rescind a decision when they realize that it is not the right way to go. They are able to say that, yes, this is where I'm going and I'm taking responsibility for it. If it doesn't go right, I'm not going to blame the next person. That is the kind of person you need. A responsible person is very reliable. When I'm responsible and you give me a job, what it means is that you can trust me, right? That I can do the job. This is someone that you would trust your food with, your water with, and you would trust to build your children and your $1 million idea, right? So they should be reliable such that when you tell them something, they don't carry your idea and they are drinking beer and they're saying, you know what, my wife has this wonderful idea. She's going to turn blah, 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 blah. And by the time you realize someone has taken your idea and patented it. The next one is that they must be ambitious and open-minded. And don't forget, as we are looking at this, as we are talking about partner, we are talking about your future wife or husband or boyfriend, girlfriend, but we are not talking about them in isolation. It is related to your career. So someone who is ambitious, because when you're ambitious, you want someone, not necessarily someone who is equally dreaming to be the next Bill Gates, right? But someone who can see an ambitious person and be open-minded enough to help them get there. Today, I was listening to radio And for those of us who listen to City FM, when an Avle was reading a message from a husband to the wife, I decided I would share this story. And the husband sent the message, and it's to the lady who does the We Naturals. So for the ladies, those of us who have our natural hairs, we may know We Naturals. So she's almost like the first person who introduced on a larger scale the essential oils and stuff for the natural hair. And today she's her business is 6 years old, and her husband was praising her. And what I said to myself is that this is the kind of husband you want. Someone who is ambitious and open-minded enough to see where you are going. Not someone who is indifferent. So we can have people who may say, oh, I'm not ambitious, but they are just indifferent. They don't care. So you share with them your idea, and really you on a normal day, you want to share an idea with your partner and you want them to say, yeah, I think it will work. Or you know what, can you tweak this a bit? But when they're indifferent, you know, that is to wait. If you want to do it, do it. But if you don't want to do it, just stay your somewhere. Above all, someone who is God-fearing. And here I said, not religious. I know most of us now, when you greet us, how are you? I am wonderfully and blah, 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 blah made. I am dwelling and bathing in the grace of God. Meanwhile, the last thing I know, you are insulting your neighbor. That is a very religious person. They speak religion, but they are not God-fearing. You want someone who can pray with you. You want someone that you're going through a challenge and they rise up and they say, I am with you. God's time is the best. We will make it. You want someone who says, because of my trust in God, I will not cheat on my partner and make her life or his life unbearable, such that they are unable to focus on the family. You want someone who is God-fearing enough to know that this is the time that my wife has to go to work. I am not supposed to be burdening her with house chores. My wife is working on a Saturday. I must help take care of the children. You want someone like that. Together we can achieve. Now, how do you go about doing all these things? And I'll share with you what I did when I was coming up. So I said that, like anything else, if you want to be successful in having a partner that helps you, that helps you progress in your career, it takes planning, and that's goal setting. You must set a goal. It doesn't just fall from the skies. So one, paint a very glorious picture of the kind of life that you would like to have and the kind of family you would like to have. And this is very important, because I tell you, if you do not stand for anything, you fall for anything. So let's say you pack your bags one day on a Saturday, pack your bags, put your things together, put it in a car. You don't know where you're going. You call an Uber, the Uber came. Where are you going? Then you said, you don't know. All right, so what do you expect the Uber driver to do? If he wants his money, he can decide to take you around the whole of circle. You can go around that overhead for the whole day, and then he brings you back, because in other case, you don't have any vision or any goal set for where you're going. So it's the same thing. Picture your family, then picture your career and insert your family into it. So I have done this graph beautifully. Now list how to get there and whom you would need. So now you have your perfect home set aside. You have your perfect career set aside, right? Now, list how you are going to get there. So let's say I just finished or completed GIG. And my goal, my biggest fantasy is to be the Chief Executive Officer of Volte Ghana Limited, right? And then what's my family? So I picture my family. I want to have 2 children. I want a man that can help me. I've pictured all that. Then I need to list how am I going to get there? Because remember, I just completed GIG. All right, I have to finish my national service. After national service, I need to work for 2 years. I want to do my master's after that. Then after that, okay, after my master's, then I want to get married, hopefully. get married around that time. Then after that, I will work another 2 years and maybe have children, God willing. Then I would have 2 children. I said 2. So after my master's, I have the 2 children. After another 2 years, I have the 2 children. Then I would do courses and I'll continue to work and find a job. Okay, so who would help me? This man that I'm going to get, since I want to be CEO. Must I get a cleaner? Must I get, what kind of man do I need to help me get there? Is it someone who is good in math, someone who can help me? You see, already, even though this is imaginary, as you think about it, you are beginning to realize, and I'm sure some of you are doing it in your head, this girl I'm going out with, is she the one? This guy I'm going out with, is he the one? Then list the desirables in a partner. So what will I desire in a partner? Given where I am going, who will I need? Someone who is ambitious, someone who is God-fearing, someone who is influential, someone that can help me, someone that thinks like me, and it is open, and someone who is open-minded. And then divide those lists into negotiables and non-negotiables. Complain, and it doesn't matter when I go to church on the phone. Just my upbringing doesn't let me see going to church on the phone as going to church. I need to be there, and I want to be there early. So I will talk about it. It's non-negotiable, right? And it took me some time to actually realize that. Then things like shouting on people. When people shout on people, it gets on my nerves, right? For no particular reason. So just because someone is a waiter, you shout on them, it gets on my nerves. So they are non-negotiable, right? Then ambition. I love people who are ambitious. So when people are not ambitious, it gets on my nerves, especially people who you can see are naturally gifted. So divide your list, the desirables that you want in a partner. So instead of you writing, I want a tall man, a beautiful, curvy lady, a woman who speaks English, my dear, why don't you now look for values? A woman who is ethical, a woman who is open-minded, a man who is ambitious, a man who can be influential, a man with connections. Those are some of the tangibles that you can write. Ensure you divide them, and your negotiables are non-negotiables. So I said that. Understand the list that is non-negotiable. You have to understand why they are non-negotiables. They are non-negotiables because it makes me feel this way. Because if I don't go to church, I feel unwhole. Because if I don't pay my tithe, I feel like I've cheated God. And for a long time, I feel guilty. And I don't want to feel guilty. When you do this, what happens is that you yourself, have you realized that you have actually planned for yourself? So I said, now go ahead and start marking the people in your lives. And ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what I did. And I know it sounds weird, but I can tell you, I'm comfortable with who I chose as a life partner. Because, and sometimes I'm almost like, wow, how could I have asked for everything and I have it? And because I did not ask for a dark, tall guy. I was looking at the inner. Someone who stops in traffic when people are passing, someone who doesn't jump the traffic. That person is ethical. And they are likely not to cheat you when you have a business together, because in the end, it's about your career. So I asked, above all, be what you want in your partner. So all these things, who are you? And the question is that, will you marry you? So put yourself up there. If you were you and you were trying to look for a partner, will you marry you? So I'm sure we all know Larry Page, right? And do we know his other partner? I would like to see. Do you know his other partner? So you know Google was founded by 2 people. So can I have the answer in the chat box if anyone knows the answer? Who is Larry Page's? Who is Larry Page's? Someone said I'm on mute, but I realized that I'm not on mute actually. All right. So who is the other partner of Larry Page? So AJ, do you know? No idea. Okay. Who else? So it is not his wife. I don't mean his wife, his business partner. So the founder. All right. I was going to tell you, but I'll leave it there. I won't tell you. So this will be an assignment. Have you realized
I
that we...
think it's Sergey.
Oh, you mentioned it. Okay. So yes. Have you realized that we don't know him that much? So most of us don't know him, right? But Sergey he's equally popular in his own right. He does what he has. He gives TED Talks. He's there, but we almost hear about Larry Page, right? And I understand that when they were in school, when they first met, they were not the best of friends. They could always fight, but they knew there was something about each other. They overcame that. And today, look at us. We are all benefiting from Google. Now, I asked the question, if we knew him, he's not that popular, right? But their partnership is working together. Choosing your life partner, you must not necessarily choose someone who is popular, who the two of you have to be on the same page. Maybe sometimes one person actually needs to be in the dark and be supporting the other person's idea. Sometimes the other person needs to be on the top and the other person will be at the down. I'll come back to our shoes. If you look at our shoes, as I said, there is no way you can wear two left shoes. And guess what? Do you rather want to wear two left shoes or you want to be shoeless? And I'm sure most of us would choose the fact that you like to walk barefooted rather than be in one shoe. Do you know why? When you can walk barefooted and nobody would think you're mad. Immediately you wear one shoe and you leave the other, we could be looking at you in a way. Do you want a marriage that makes you look like a mad person in one shoe? Or you would rather not marry at all and be there and focus on your career? That is not to say that it is bad to have a life partner, but it is a balance. And I will continue to say, you yourself, you must be the change that you want to see in your partner. So your future depends on the choices that you make. And thank you so much, because that choice includes the partner and your life partner. It is up to you to choose well, because if you don't, remember the discomfort you feel when you are wearing a tight fitted shoe. And guess what? For this one, it stays with you forever. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Wow, 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 wow. Madam Joyce, thank you so much. It was a powerful presentation. Nobody, I don't think all of us wants to wear a discomforting shoe or a shoe or a shoe that is same leg shoe that's going to make you look so weird in the same place. So I think it's our choice and it's our decision to choose the right partners so that we can have both a fruitful career and a marriage. So thank you so much for that powerful presentation. And guys, if you have any questions, please drop your questions in the chat room, in the comment section, so that Madam Joyce can pick the questions one by one and answer them for you. So if you have any question regarding anything about relationship that she spoke about, please let's drop them into the chat box so that she can pick them one by one, because I know this is a very sensitive topic, especially when it comes to relationships. My first question is, most of the times we want to have the best partner, like how you just said. So we are always looking out for certain aspects of it. What if that partner you get pretends to be the best that you're looking for? Then you get married to the person. Don't you think some people can hide who they really are until marriage sets in and stuff?
All right. So yes, we're humans, and sometimes we sort of adjust to circumstances, right? We adjust. We tend to adjust really to circumstances. So you play along. Someone wants something, and then you play along. It is a reason why we all love movies, because it's make believe. We love movies than reality. Good. However, usually we see snippets. People will one way or the other show their true colors. Unfortunately, what happens is that we are too busy looking for what we want that we say that it doesn't matter. So sometimes it's not like they pretend. Yeah, they pretended, but some way, somehow, they sort of gave you a sneak peek into who they will be. So you see sometimes, especially if you're watching Netflix, you realize that there's a preview where you check how the movie will go before you click on play the full movie. So they give you like a trailer.
Yeah, sure.
Usually we see the trailer, but you'd be like, sometimes when you watch the trailer, you'd be like, okay, I think it would be nice in the middle. And you know that when you read the characters or the cast, you know that there's one person whom you don't really like. But you'd be like, you know what? It's okay. Let me just watch it. Let me just watch it. In the middle somewhere, you realize, that's not a movie. Unfortunately for you in your marriage, you cannot stop it like you stop Netflix. But I think usually they show us a sneak peek of who they are, but we deny it. We sort of think that, oh, they would change. So that is where the thing comes in, where we think, oh, I can change them. I can make them who I want them to be. And I listen again to City FM where someone said that change is a door you can only open from the inside. So you have a door. The only way you can open is from the inside. And we all know that these days we have doors like that. So you can only open from the inside, that kind of door. If the person doesn't open you from the inside, unfortunately, you can't come in. So if they show you who they are and you think you will change them, if you get in, you can't change them because they are not allowing that change from the inside. So how will you detect that? If you have all your desirables and the ones that are non-negotiable, remember, if they have one of the things that is non-negotiable, please don't go ahead with the relationship. You need to cancel it. However, if you're already married to them, what you can do is to compromise. And we all know this saying that if you can't change the situation, change how your mindset, for your the sake of your peace. Please, if you see that you cannot change them, allow them to go. Imagine in Ghana, we are about 30 million people. There are other 29 million points, 900,000 something people waiting to get married to you. Why do you want to be in that one uncomfortable shoe for the rest of your life?
Okay. Wow. All right. Cynthia Kuma says that, where are these partners and where do we find them?
Cynthia, I love you already. So Cynthia, you are actually that partner. I hope you know. So the theme is that we should be the change that we want to see, right? And usually we have this grandiose idea of who we want to marry. But I asked the question, will you marry you? So that partner is you. Once you are that person, you will get your reflection. There are thousands of people out there who have manners, who have influence, who are open-minded. You just need to look at them. And remember what I said. Harmony is a word. Harmony. It doesn't mean that you are not fighting. So you can have a partner where you disagree on issues, but you know that you click, you have harmony, right? And when you look at the desirables that you want in a partner, they are there. So that is the person that you need to look for. It doesn't mean that they will be in the church, because in the church, it's a reflection of us. There are so many of us who go to church these days that, as I said, we are just religious. They ask you, how are you? And you say, I'm wonderfully and made in the image of God. But when we look deep inside your hearts, you haven't even prayed for the last 10 years. You insult your parents, you're disrespectful to your peers at work. So it doesn't necessarily mean in the church. You can find them anywhere. But the best way to find a partner is to be that partner.
Right. Can I please say something?
Please say it.
Yeah, sure.
All right. That was a very wonderful presentation, Joy. I really enjoyed it. So when it comes to these things, I feel like we
Mommy, I have a goal, and God will make a way. Usually, we have this mindset, and what I've started doing is to engage ladies especially. So after this, if you want me to engage with you further, we can. So I have a book called The Girls. Yes, The Girls Go Getters, where I teach girls, ladies, to set goals. And you can see the impact it makes on your life. When you have a goal, nobody pressures you. Actually, you are pressured when you have no goal. So everything is chasing you. So anything someone says, it's something you want to chase. So all your friends are getting married and you are getting married. But actually, you haven't thought about the effect of that person you are bringing into your life on your career.
Yeah.
You don't need to be pressured to get married. You need to be pressured to be ambitious and to change the world. That is where the pressure is. I will pressure you if you are my daughter to make an impact in life than to get married.
Wonderful. I agree with you 100%. I think I'll connect with you after here.
All right, that's fine.
Thank you so much. Who else has a question? I like the class. I like the presentation. I think I'm learning. But I for one, I'm yet to even think of settling down, actually, because I have my goals and I want to achieve them. So I will settle down. Hey, please. All right.
AJ,
So yes, please.
are you able to share the presentation in the chat box for them?
I tried, but they said that the document format is not right. So we'll share to them. Maybe Mackenzie can take their emails or contacts,
Okay,
so that she can send them the yes. So please, is there any other questions, so that the time is up, so that we can wrap up and we all can go back to our day-to-day activities, since it's already late. Any further questions?
So I want to ask a question.
Okay.
So are we to look for a partner that will, that is like sometimes people will say, look for someone to complete you. Like, is it like looking for someone that will fill in some gap
okay,
in your life, like somewhere that, yeah.
all right,
So I want to know about that.
Good. So you look at from the beginning, I asked about pairs. So I asked you to give me examples of things that come in pairs, and one of them was contact lenses. The contact lens comes in to complement the other one, right? But is a contact lens broken? Is it broken?
No.
Is it
No.
unwhole? Yeah, good. Is it unwhole?
Yes.
No, it is whole.
It is, yeah, is it full? Okay, so maybe let's use a shoe. Good. Is a shoe there? So we have pairs of shoes, right? Or even let's say socks. Which is Uche a guy? Is Uche a guy or a girl? So that I can use something
I'm a
that's
lady.
you're a lady. Okay,
She's a
so
lady.
good. So for a lady, earrings will work better, right? So we have earrings, right? So usually as women, we wear two pairs. No, we wear a pair of earrings. So one here and one on the other side, right? The earring that you have, is it broken?
No.
Does it have a defect?
No.
Good. But you need two, right? To make it
Yes.
complete.
Complete.
Exactly. It is the same case in finding a partner. You have to be whole yourself. So you're coming to fill in a gap, but you have to be whole. So that is why I said you complement each other. So it's not like the other person is broken and you are coming to fix them. No, you're complementing each other. So your earrings, as you wear them, you realize that it is complementing each other, right?
Yeah.
It is not that one is broken and you need the other one to fix it before you can wear it. You just need it to complement yourself. So that is why you yourself, you must be a person of value. You mirror what you are looking for. So when you look at the earrings, they mirror each other, isn't it? They are not broken. They just mirror. Good. It's exactly what we're saying here. For a life partner, you need to mirror each other. You complement each other than complete. I believe that God made us whole. Our body is whole, and we are whole as we are. There are people who haven't married, and the kind of impact they have made on the world, thousands of people are married, and they haven't done that. One person is Oprah. Look at the lives she has impacted. Will you say she's incomplete?
No.
That woman is complete and over, right?
Yes, sir.
But of course, she has other partners that complement what she has. So in business, when you are going to look for a business partner, usually it is not when your business is collapsing that you're looking for a partner. You're looking for a partner when the business is thriving, right? It is the same thing we should take into our life partner. It is not when you finish school and you're looking for someone to feed you, that you're looking for a man to come and marry you and take the burden off you. It is when you have a job and you are working and you can support the other person. That is where you are supposed to be ready to look for a life partner. And I'm insisting on this because I've heard of a lot of women who now just complete school and they're getting married because they are not finding jobs. Do you know what will happen? In 2 years' time, the man will start beating you. Do you know why? You cannot fend for yourself. You have no skill, you have nothing, and he can push you around, he can kick you because unfortunately, you don't bring anything on the table and he's tired. Good.
Wow, 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 wow. Amazing.
Okay. Okay, that means they
All
have to
right,
do
so
another
guys,
AJ.
Uche, you were saying something?
Yeah, I was saying that I think we have to have another class for the guys.
Uche.
Because if the lady is not working and you are beating her up and down, they have to have class for guys to teach them how to handle those kind of things.
We would have another class for that, Madam Uche.
Yes, AJ, you'll be
Thank
there.
you so much. I'll be there, yes. So, all right, Mr. Wilson, Samson says, fantastic presentation filled with personal responsibility. If you need the presentation slide, please WhatsApp Markezia on the WhatsApp line she has sent to the chat presentation in terms of building a career and choosing the right partner. So, Madam Joyce, thank you so much for participating in this career and love fair conference. We are very grateful, and we also thank everyone that made the time to join this conference today. Thank you guys so much. As so well, I guess that is it, eh?
Yes.
All right, everyone. Then we'll catch you guys tomorrow, day 3. So don't miss day 3 tomorrow. It's going to be another fully packed, fully loaded session. So we hope to see you guys tomorrow too. So Madam Joyce, we hope to see you tomorrow. I'll contact you if I also need some coaching in marriage life.
Oops.
Hey,
Okay.
AJ.
I tell
Hey,
people that I am
thank you
not a
very much.
marriage counselor.
Oh my
All
God.
right then. Thank you so much for having me
But
and everybody.
you end up doing it. Yeah, sure,
Every
sure, sure.
everybody have a good evening. I'm just passionate about us setting goals and being the change that we wish to see in the world. I think usually we complain, but we do not
Amen.
want to take the responsibility on ourselves. So it is time to be the change
That's
that you
true.
wish to see in the world. Thank you and good night.
Thank you so much. Good night. Markezia, do you have any final words?
I want to say a very big thank you to Madam Joyce, Sackitey, for such a powerful presentation. We've all learned so much, and God bless you for giving us your input about how to choose a right partner.
Thank you.
Yes, and also to AJ Willz, thank you so much for hosting us today. We are so grateful. And to all those who participated today, God bless you and hope to see you tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be another awesome session. All of you, I want to see you because I'll have a nice package for you guys.
Yes, so I'll come.
Thank you. And the file, if you want it, you can still contact me on my WhatsApp line. You can save the number, write the number before we close it, because if we close it, you won't be able to see it again. So that I forward the presentation, Madam Joy's presentation, to you. Thank you so much and have a good evening.
Bye.
Good evening, everyone. Bye.
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 Bye.